Hey everybody, it's Mr. Marshall. I'm bringing you this wonder video that I think is pretty interesting, and maybe you could start to wonder about it too. It's about this word that sometimes you may hear grown-ups say called political parties. Political parties are not like birthday parties. Political parties means groups of people that are leaders who work in the government, who believe in certain things. So I want to tell you a little bit about it, and then I'm going to give you something to wonder about because there's some stuff that you can try to figure out. So one, so you see, there's an elephant here and a donkey. There's not really elephants and donkeys that are kind of like in the government. These are symbols, right? And the elephant is the symbol for what's called the Republican Party. That's one group of people that believes in certain things, and the other is the donkey is the symbol of something called the Democratic Party, which is another group of people. These are the two biggest political parties in the United States. But there's other little ones, but there's lots of differences between them, and there's things that are the same about them. And I want to just tell you a little bit before I kind of set you up to wonder stuff. Okay, so Joe Biden is the president of the United States right now, and he belongs to the Democratic Party. And there's been other presidents who have been in the Democratic Party too, like Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and John F. Kennedy, who was president a long, long time ago, even before I was born. In the Republican Party, Donald Trump is a member of the Republican Party, and some other presidents too. Like there was one who was president when I was little. His name was Ronald Reagan. And then there's George W. Bush, who was president not that long ago, and he's still alive. And the very first Republican president ever was Abraham Lincoln. So lots and lots of famous presidents have been Republicans or Democrats, and those are the biggest parties right now. And so you might kind of wonder, like, what's the difference between these two parties? That could be something that you talk to someone about, or read about, or try to learn about in some way. Try to explore that. But there's something else that's really cool about political parties. There are political parties that aren't around anymore. And the first one I want to tell you is pretty interesting because Thomas Jefferson, who was the president, he was the third president of the United States over 200 years ago, and James Madison, who came right after him. These two guys were part of a political party called the Democratic Republicans. It sounds like they're both Democrat and Republican. Their name had both words in it, but it was different. It was different then than it is right now. Okay, people that were Democratic Republicans a long time ago felt very differently than today's Democrats and today's Republicans. They believed in something kind of different. And another party that existed a long time ago that doesn't exist anymore is called the Federalist Party. And the Federalist Party had people like George Washington, who was our very first president, and John Adams, was our second president. They were part of the party called Federalists. Okay, there's another party that William Henry Harrison belonged to, and Millard Fillmore, and I actually forgot to write their name here. They were called the Whig Party, WHIG, and it was only a political party for a little while, right? And so these are parties that don't exist anymore. Um, and like, why does that happen? Why do political parties kind of come and go? And why have the Democrats and the Republicans been this way for about 200 years? That they've lasted so long, right? What do they believe in? And so that's something that if you try to think about political parties, it can help you understand what our country is like, and kind of the parties that came and went that are not there anymore. It can teach you a lot about what our country used to be like and how we got to where we are today. That's something that you can think about and wonder and talk about, and maybe it'll help you know what you believe in too. Think about that, and I'll see you next time.